A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We warmly welcome you to A2Y to the 2024 edition. Wish you a very happy new year. Azi, are you stuck?
Wishing you a very happy new year. Welcome to A to I.
Why? For a moment, you were frozen, Azi.
Yeah, there was a slight delay, internet delay, but I just wait and stood still without saying anything.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So, warmly welcome everyone who has connected with us on YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn. So, it has been an absolute pleasure to complete 33 episodes and to join with you for the 34th episode. So, let's wish everyone once again a very happy 2024, a successful one. We are very optimistic, we are very positive. We see a lot of potential and growth for this year, and we wish it will be the same for all of you. So, Azi, how has it been? How has last year been? How is it for you this year?
Yeah, you need the honest answer or the sugarcoating answer.
Honest stance, I would say.
Yeah, honest answer is yes as well. Last year was quite brilliant for us actually, and personally as well as the business wise. Um, Generally, what I take is New Year is just a normal day for me because I usually don't celebrate New Year. It's just a random day for me. I mean, new day for us, right? That's my perception. Yes.
Okay. Azi, I think the internet wanted to take a toll on you. They didn't like your answer and they kind of reduced what you said. So I'm not going to ask you to repeat it. For me, of course, every new year I look back and kind of see whether there has been personal growth, professional growth, and of course, as an entrepreneur, uh, founder of Hash 33, and as a father, a husband, I kind of look at, have I grown? What are the achievements? What are the mistakes I made? And then how can I probably overcome those challenges? So I think that's a view I like to take because it's like a refresh to start a new year and kind of look at things and be hopeful. So anyway, let's look at things in a more positive and encouraging way. Let's look forward for a great year, and let's start today's session, Nazi.
Yeah. By the way, I just quickly switch my internet connection. I believe I'm audible and visible
Now you're okay.
and
Now you're okay. There was
smooth.
a there was a delay earlier, but now it's okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Great.
So Azi,
So
what is the
today we are going
thing
to have a
we're gonna
very
talk?
interesting conversation, right?
Yes, I was saying, what's the topic? What are we going to talk about today?
Yeah. Well, we are. I mean, everybody knows that we are expert in B2B, and something that we really wanted to focus also B2B market, B2B sales and engagement, and basically our this webinar is actually your gateway to open new opportunities. So let's talk about that. Yes, as today, how to
Definitely. So
maximize our B2B engagement.
definitely, in maximizing a B2B engagement, Nazi, one of the most underrated, misunderstood option is
Hmm.
give me a second.
Bless you.
Excuse me, that's the first time in my life that I sneezed during a webinar.
For a live webinar, I believe our customers are thinking about us right now.
I hope it's in a good way because I was sneezing, and it was a show with a spray on live camera, right? Fortunately, I was able to mute myself for a second. So, talking about B2B engagement, Azi, most of the time we are misunderstood when it comes to emails, right? When you
Hmm.
say email marketing, uh, the answer we get is totally different. It's not what you expect. What do you think, Azi?
Absolutely right. Yes, it's because now earlier, before we get into this process, Bless you again. So earlier, when it comes to email marketing, I personally didn't like that concept of it because I rarely read emails. That because I only focus on basically the important mails, but whatever the random mails that comes, I don't even bother to go and check. So the concept behind this, after we actually got really enrolled with this mechanism, the perspective about email marketing completely changed. Yes, that's my honest and open opinion.
Definitely, Asi. I think I'm going to sneeze several times during the webinar. Something got in my nose. Sorry about it. My apologies. So, as you said, email, when you say email, many people think it's a intrusive form. It's it's not the best because people don't read, it gets spammed, and extremely sorry. I think we're starting this episode in a very bad way with legs and sneezers. So
That's okay. Let's continue. Let's continue.
let's continue. So if you really look at it, because of the spamming aspect, because of the intrusiveness, it's not considered the best. And also, if you look at email campaigns, Asi, just tell me, how do you get emails most of the time?
How do I get, in the sense like, now I do have connected with couple of email addresses, right? So every time an email gets the pops out over on my machine or my mobile phone, I just quickly check the sender name and the subject, and if it doesn't intrigue me, if it doesn't intrigue me, I don't even bother to check it. So it
Right.
what I
That's a
what
very
I
important word.
generally, yeah,
Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. So averagely about I get about 30, close to 25 to 30 emails every single day, altogether with my all 4 email addresses.
Looks like as you will have to probably do this most of the talking today. I don't know. This after a very very long time that I'm having a continuation of sneezing. I don't know why. Anyway, so intriguing is a very important word because unless an email is relevant, unless it's at the right context, unless you've been looking for something, it's not going to be interesting. So this is exactly why sometimes when we were talking about Google display adverts or context-based search, when you search for something, the chances of you clicking on those ads are very high.
Yes.
In the same way, if you look at an email and let's say you're searching for something and you're looking for something, and if you get an offer or if you get information about what you're searching, that time you will open it because it's relevant.
Absolutely right. Yes, as what you are saying is, when the email is relevant for the individual, and also when it is personalized for the individual, the likelihood, right? The likelihood is so high where the receiver engage with that conversation. So what we really wanted to say is, when we read all the emails and messages which is not relevant for us, we don't even bother to check those emails.
And the question I want to ask is, Asi, how many times do you unsubscribe from emails you get? Do you do it all the time,
Oh,
or do you
interesting
not do it for
question.
some?
Interesting question, yes. Well, now I'll give you a very good example. So I'm an avid fan of this gentleman over here, Tony Robbins, right? And and I am subscribed to his all the messages and all the emails. I really read them, but I still keep them, knowing at least at one point there's something relevant and important information will come. So the subscriptions that I majority have is I really unsubscribe it. I just keep them on my inbox.
Exactly. Now that's the point most of us forget. Even I have certain emails like that I rarely unsubscribe. I rarely read. However, I'm keeping them because, like you, I think at one point it will be important for me. So the key
Correct.
message here is email marketing is not dead if it's used
Mm.
properly. Number one, it has to be relevant. It should matter to you. So if you are a big fan of Tony Robbins and you attend his programs or you look forward for his programs, you like his educational content,
Yes.
chances
Mm.
are you're not going to delete it. Second thing, from a branding point of view, each time you get a mail from Tony Robbins or his crew, it reminds you.
Mm.
So you have top of the mind recall levels. What happens is
Absolutely.
so many times we meet people and they say, "Oh gosh, there was this opportunity. I couldn't think about you. I completely forgot that you are in this type of business." Now, why is that happening? Is because we are not top of the mind. There's no recall, there's no
Mm.
reminder. So that helps in that purpose. So the next
Right.
question is, so how do we make it relevant? How do we target the right audience? Because if you say email marketing, most of the time it's bulk marketing. You have people who say, okay, we have 50,000, we have 100,000, we have a million
Mm.
of database, and we can send an email. And those
Mm.
emails, number one, is sent from a generic email address, so it is anyway spam. It never reaches your inbox.
Mm.
Second, even if it reaches your inbox, it's something that you don't even buy. It's something that you're not
Yes.
interested, right? Because you are spamming people. The whole point or the meaning of spamming is sending unsolicited, unwanted mails. But if you have an audience who is looking, as we said, for something, who is interested in your type of work, business, or products, they will not unsubscribe. They will want that email. So the
Right.
biggest problem is, Asi, most of email marketing campaigns. Number one, we used to use images. We used to have, flyers embedded. We used to
Mm.
have posters. So it's very generic and it's cluttered. It's not an email. A general email would start by saying, "Dear Asita, uh,
Yeah.
understand you have this requirement and I believe this is how I can help you, or this is the problem
Mm.
I'm sure you're facing and this is how we can help you. Can I have an appointment to meet you, or would you like me to send you more information about it? Would you like to be on a mailer list?" So there's a clear call to action and it's
Yeah.
relevant. But the problem is, if you're a marketing person or if you're even a salesman who's sending emails, we most of the time do copy paste. And we may use things like mail merge where the name comes in and we just send the generic content. Now the
Yeah.
reader knows this is a copy pasted email. It's not
Mm.
personalized. But the moment you personalize and you say, "Hey Azay, I saw your A2Y webinar yesterday, which was talking about B2B marketing and how it can be effective,
Yeah.
intrigued me to tell you our services can help you in this way." You know they've seen your webinar. They know that they know you. It
Yes.
makes it more relevant for you to read it. Now, how do you do this when you do mass audiences? When you do, even if it's 100 audience, 100 email list, or even if it's 500 or 1,000, depending on your business,
Mm.
you can't personalize emails. Then. It's very difficult. But today, unlike when we started sales and marketing, thanks
Yeah.
to AI, thanks to automation tools, that is possible. You can simply take information, you can find the audience. Now, how do you find is another question which we'll talk probably in detail another day, but we can talk briefly
Yeah.
today. You find the right audience, you find the email addresses. How do you find the email addresses? We'll talk about it. Then
Mm.
you can read their information from LinkedIn, you can read the information from the company website, you can look at certain keywords from certain areas which explains
Mm.
their business, write a paragraph, make it personalized, and send an email. Now, manually, if you're going to do it, it's impossible. This is where automation comes in.
Mm.
How do you use automation and how do you use a human like brain to write emails? That is where AI comes into place. So today there are a lot of tools out there which we help customers to customize,
True.
integrate with services which can find even purchase intent. I said, how do you find the right audience? You need to find the purchase intent. Like we said, you need to be looking out for that business, that opportunity, that service. And there's tools that can analyze and find those customers who are doing these web searches, who are requesting this information, who are talking in forums like Quora and Yelp and so on and so forth. There are people
Yes.
who are looking for information in your hospitality business in booking.com.
Mm.
So there are
Mm.
so many sources out there, Azi, that can extract using technology like web scrapers, compile it, and then even validate email addresses. Because the other problem is you get an email address which is outdated or which is guessed,
Yes.
and it takes time for you to kind of figure out how to validate this. Unless you send an email, you don't know this email is not working. So you have today validated email services, SaaS products, tools. Asi, do you want to add something to what I've been talking?
I actually wanted to share this point as well now. You have actually demonstrated that point to me. I mean, for the viewers, I'll just give little light, because now Yasas actually developed a mechanism. He integrated certain tools, combine all these tools, and create a beautiful seamless mechanism where the entire process is automated. However, you need to have a real human to monitor it, and also to create the activities, or rather the task. So yes, I actually wanted to ask a question from your own experience, right? So adaptability and integration of these tools, and how do you actually do it as a human being, since there's a lot of AI tools are there, there's a lot of other different tools are there. So how do you actually do it? If you can just briefly give a
It's Martech products, as you say, or SaaS products, software as a service, which you have subscription based products. Now, some of these subscriptions allow you to have API integrations. So you can use what we call API keys, integrate it with some of these tools, and make sure extraction happens, enrichment happens. There's imports, exports happening through these APIs. So different systems start talking with each other. It's like a mailbox. You pass information to the other, you request information from one, and goes back and forth, and it helps you. So you can have an email marketing tool on one side, you can have a enrichment tool on another side, and you can have this AI based automation tool on another side. So it sounds a bit Greek when you talk about it, but all this is possible. And once you build it, if you know, you've been talking about processes like market development reps, sales development reps, all this work becomes more efficient, reduced, so you can use them, as you rightly said, for monitoring, optimizing, and building these models. Because what happens is it takes a while for it to work 100% perfect. And even if we are, as humans, we do it, we are not 100% perfect. We are going to make mistakes. We are going to copy Yasas for Asita, right? We are going to say hash 33 for hash 33, right? So you're going to make those human errors. So using AI, using automation, you're going to reduce. But that doesn't mean it's 100% foolproof. There will still be errors. But you can be efficient, you can be effective. And it really helps. And we tried and tested it, as you know, to several clients. It works like perfect. I mean, the results you're getting, the open rates of the emails, the click-through rates, the response rates are amazing. Even if you get a negative response, you know what it is. So you can optimize the system better, you can enrich the audience better. So what I want to say is, today with AI and automation, life is becoming beautiful. I know a lot of people fear it from a job point of view, but if you, as we always say, if you always embrace the technology, you can be smarter. Last night, Asi, I told you one of our customers how we found the problem they are having and how we are solving it. They simply wanted to extract logos from websites of the directory they have. And this was done by a manual person who's sitting in Bangladesh or Pakistan or Sri Lanka, spending a lot of time, spending a lot of money, making a lot of mistakes. And for me to do it through the automation is just simple seconds. And today you have all the links. All you need to do is click and save the file and upload it into your system. Again, the upload can probably be done through a CSV file. So there's always way to do this with automation. So all we can say is, Asi, it's exciting. Get in touch with us, and we can probably help your organization to maximize your engagement of your B2B campaigns, especially using email marketing and LinkedIn marketing. Because in LinkedIn, it's the same thing, as we've been talking about how we get this generic copy paste message on LinkedIn. There's no personalization. But with such tools, you can do personalization. Anything you want to add, Azim?
I mean, email marketing is a very versatile and powerful tool that actually enables your business to build relationship with your customers, and also to drive sales and enhance the overall marketing effort. So if you are not a big fan of email marketing, keep that ego aside and be a fan of email marketing, because it is needed and it is relevant in this current context, because we can assure you that we can give you the results that you need if you talk to us.
Small correction, Azim. Let's not call it email marketing. Let's call hyper-personalized targeted email campaigns. That's the word. Hyper-personalized and targeted. When those two are together, the email campaign is successful. Email marketing might have...
HP and T.
Yes, or HPT. Anyway, so I think we again past 20 minutes, though we try and struggle to
Oh
make
man,
it 15
it's
minutes.
crazy.
I think the sneezing, the lag can be blamed for that.
Internet issues, yeah.
Yeah. And please follow us on Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube if you're not following any of them. And get in touch with us. We are approachable through LinkedIn. DM us and let us know how we can help you, whether you're an entrepreneur, business owner, founder, or even a leadership, management, a senior leadership team member. Let us know how we can help you if you're in the B2B business to run a successful, hyper personalized, targeted email campaign. With that, Asi, let's sign off today's edition of A2Y and meet again for another interesting episode next week. Signing off, I'm Yasas.
I know. I'm Asi.
I'm Yasas. Bye. See you then.